Everyone, Benny the Finance Dog here. Welcome to my channel. Every Sunday, I provide a market update and review of what's to come in the week, but unfortunately, I was traveling this past weekend and missed a day, so we'll be giving you the week preview today on Monday. We'll be talking to you about what to expect from the financial markets between June 27th and June 30th. This edition might be a little bit more foreshadowing because we've already had one day of the week to kind of help us out and give us a direction. But as always, we'll go through the events on the week and then take a look at SPY, QQQ, and Apple charts heading into the last 4 days of the month. First, let's take a look at the economic calendar. Fairly light week this week in terms of items that would actually sway the markets. Luckily, there wasn't anything major on Monday, and really, aside from the normal reportings that come out on a week-to-week basis, the only real calendar events that we have is that Fed Chair Jerome Powell is scheduled to speak both on Wednesday and on Thursday, and we'll get a GDP revision as well on Thursday for Q1. Nothing major. Obviously, as we have already been through Q2, we're not getting those numbers, so it's just Q1's updated numbers now that they've had time to crunch the numbers a bit. And Jerome Powell is likely just going to be continuing his tour repeat of last week's Senate testimony as well as the previous week's FOMC press conference as we head towards the close of the quarter. Now, what I've seen in previous years and quarters, the last week volume does kind of tip down a bit, and we'll probably see the same thing today. Hedge funds are closing out their Q2 positions and opening up their Q3 positions, so we could see some money rotate out of particular industry and into other ones. Definitely a week that's going to be interesting from a trading standpoint. I wouldn't recommend entering any swings or long-term positions until after the 4th of July holiday. Give opportunity for the market to come down a bit, as it looks like the pullback has already started with today. We could be in for another down week, so just something to keep in mind as we head over to the charts. As always, we'll review the SPY, QQQ, and Apple monthly and weekly. So starting with SPY, looks like as we come to the end of June and the candle is closing, it'd be interesting to see if the week closes below that 430 level or if we bounce and manage to close higher. I think it's a good sign for bulls if we close the week higher than the 430 key level here on this monthly chart. We do have some more levels to go should we bounce and head to the upside. Switching over to the weekly chart, it does look as if SPY is flagging on the weekly chart, with the last 2 weeks being that healthy pullback that we've been looking for a while. If we do manage to bounce off this 430 level this week, that would be very bullish as we head back up to these key levels of 432 and 437 are on watch. 435 is also clearly a level just because it's a major psych level on SPY. So those would be levels to watch to the upside as we progress through the rest of the week here. And then if we come down, we're looking at 430, potentially 428 and 425 to the downside for some potential bounces. We could get a bounce all the way down at 420, but if we drop that far in 1 week, I would be surprised. Usually we don't have moves that dramatic on SPY on a weekly basis. Moving along to QQQ, if we are looking at the monthly chart, same kind of deal here. We're actually below this key 360 level as of this recording on the monthly chart. Would be interesting to see if QQQ was to remain there or continue heading down. We do have another level, at 350 major psych level that we could bounce off of. On the monthly chart, I doubt we're going to get back above this 360 level unless the tech names start rising starting tomorrow or the next day and we close above that 360 level, but I very much doubt it. I think we just continue to remain under this and potentially could look for a bounce right around that 350, which would be a major level, psych level. If we flip over to the weekly chart, Same thing, we can see we've kind of broken under that 358 level, which was a key level from before, and potentially have room down to 355 to look for bounce, as well as a gap to fill down exactly there to 350 between the weeks of 522 and 529. We saw we had gapped up, so we could, kind of close that gap before rebounding and bounce. So 350 is a key level to watch. QQQ, hopefully we bounce there. If we somehow reverse and go the opposite way throughout the course of the rest of this week, that 360 level is going to be tremendous again, 363, 65, and so on and so forth. I reckon that we're in for more downside action here, so I will be looking for 355 for a bounce as we head into this week, and if we break 355, we obviously have room down to 350 or a potential bounce at 353. Moving on to our baby that we trade every day is Apple. And with Apple, if we go to the monthly, we did actually make new highs already. And Apple, for the monthly chart, we would be looking to close above that 185 level. That's a key level for Apple to hold. If we do break below 185 on the monthly and close, I think we have room down to about 182.50 would be a key level, at least from the monthly chart. Switching over to the weekly, so we can find some more levels here. Looks like on Monday we did close above the 185 level, which is nice to see that level is holding. But we very much could continue to fall through as we head to the rest of the week. 182.50 would be my major watch for a bounce, as well as 180, of course, being a major psych level. So those are kind of the levels I'd be watching for to the downside. Again, to the upside, we're just looking at zeros and fives to the upside. All-time highs, of course, are always on watch, and previous all-time highs are on watch in terms of levels to the upside. I'm predicting a down week in the markets, or maybe even a sideways week for some major names like Apple. So just be on the lookout for that. It's going to be an interesting week. If you are going to trade, I would trade light. I might not even trade the rest of the week and even parts of next week. I'll be back for sure to do a market review video sometime in that time frame. But if you do not see videos from me for the next, 8 business days as we close out this last week of the quarter, and then we have to deal with the 4th of July holiday market closure next Tuesday, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't actually take any trades this and next week and kind of just let the market play out a bit and pick a stronger direction before committing to anything. So make sure to hit the subscribe button so you are notified when I do post my next video. And thank you, as always, for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Woof, woof.